This will be one of our last videos here of the boring videos of my hand talking through a problem. We're really focusing on a sphere. And for lateral area, I don't have a formula because there's no base in a sphere. So we only talk about the surface area of 4 pi r squared and the volume of 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. You might see that formula written sometimes as 4/3 pi r cubed. If we talk about a hemisphere, we've cut everything in half. So if I were to divide 4 pi r squared by 2, I would end up with 2 pi r squared. But a hemisphere, since I cut it in half, now has a base. So if I add a base to that, the area of a base, that would be pi r squared because it's a circle, I get 3 pi r cubed, or squared. And then the volume is simply cutting this formula in half, and you end up with 2 pi r cubed over 3. So those are the formulas we're going to work with. I'll work through a couple examples here. First example of a sphere. And remember our formulas. For my surface area, it was 4 pi r squared. So I only need a radius. So let's come in here. Let's say we have a radius of 8. And we'll just make it 8 inches. So down here for my surface area then, I'm going to take 4 times pi times my r squared, 8 squared. For pi, I like to use 3.14 because for ACT and SATs, technically you don't need a calculator. So all calculators don't have a pi key. So I use 3.14. Either would work. Answers would differ just a little. So I'm going to go 4 times 3.14 for pi times 8. We'll raise it to the second power. That's 64. And I ended up with 803.84. So 803.84 inches squared since it's area. Volume isn't much more difficult. We will take 4 times pi, but this time we need to take r cubed, so 8 cubed. We'll divide it by 3. So I'm going to figure out the numerator first. So I'm going 4 times 3.14 times 8 raised to the third. And I get 6,430.72. I'll divide that by 3. And I get 2,143.57. So 2,143.57 inches cubed.